Ladies and gentlemen, every one of us has the potential to shine, to become the best version of ourselves. The journey to improving your personality and confidence doesn't require grand gestures. It begins with simple daily choices. Today, I want to share with you practical tips that, if practiced regularly, can transform how you see yourself and how the world sees you. Consistency is the quiet force behind every remarkable transformation. When it comes to improving your personality and building true confidence, there is no substitute for the power of daily habits. It's not about sudden changes or overnight miracles. Rather, it's about the small steps you take every single day that gradually shape who you are and how you carry yourself. Think of your personality and confidence as a garden. You cannot expect a lush garden by planting seeds once and then leaving it unattended for months. The seeds need daily care, watering, sunlight, removing weeds, consistent attention that nurtures growth. In the same way, your personality needs consistent efforts to flourish, and your confidence requires regular nurturing to become strong and resilient. What does this consistency look like in real life? It might begin with something as simple as setting aside 5 minutes each morning to practice positive affirmations. These affirmations, statements that remind you of your worth and capabilities, may feel awkward at first, but when repeated day after day, they begin to rewire your mindset. This regular practice helps to replace self-doubt with self-belief, forming the bedrock of confidence. Another example is the habit of active listening. Making a daily effort to truly listen when someone speaks, rather than planning your response or letting your mind wander, improves your communication skills. It helps you understand others better, respond more thoughtfully, and connect on a deeper level. Over time, this habit strengthens your social interactions, which in turn boosts your confidence in conversations and relationships. Consistency also means embracing small challenges regularly. It might be as simple as greeting a colleague with a smile, initiating a short conversation, or sharing your opinion in a meeting. These may seem like minor acts, but repeated often, they build courage and help you overcome social anxiety. Each successful interaction adds a brick to the foundation of your confident personality. A crucial part of maintaining consistency is patience. Progress is often invisible at first because it is happening beneath the surface. Just as a tree's roots grow silently before a sprout appears, your efforts gradually create inner changes, greater self-awareness, emotional strength, and resilience that eventually reflect outwardly in your personality. To stay consistent, it helps to create a routine or ritual that anchors your daily practice. It could be journaling your thoughts before bed, setting a daily intention in the morning, or dedicating a few minutes to mindful breathing. These rituals become your daily reminders that you are investing in yourself, reinforcing a positive cycle of growth. Importantly, consistency does not mean perfection. There will be days when motivation wanes or distractions take over. What matters is not never falling, but always choosing to get back up and continue. Each day is a fresh opportunity to practice the habits that improve your personality and confidence. Over time, these small, steady actions accumulate. You start to notice changes, greater ease in social settings, a stronger voice when expressing yourself, a more positive inner dialogue. Your personality becomes more vibrant and authentic, and your confidence becomes more natural and enduring. In conclusions, consistency is the secret ingredient that transforms daily efforts into lifelong strengths. By committing to small, positive habits each day, you are planting the seeds of a personality that shines with confidence, resilience, and grace. Remember, greatness is not born in a moment, but cultivated patiently over time. Let every day be a step forward on this beautiful journey of self-improvement, resilience, and grace. Remember, greatness is not born in a moment, but cultivated patiently over time. Let every day be a step forward on this beautiful journey of self-improvement, resilience, and grace. Remember, greatness is not born in a moment, but cultivated patiently over time. Let every day be a step forward on this beautiful journey of self-improvement, resilience, and grace. Remember, greatness is not born in a moment, but cultivated patiently over time. Let every day be a step forward on this beautiful journey of self-improvement, resilience, and grace. Remember, greatness is not born in a moment, but cultivated patiently over time. Let every day be a step forward on this beautiful journey of self-improvement, resilience. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which a strong personality and lasting confidence are built. Without it, we often wander through life reacting to situations without truly knowing why we feel or behave a certain way. To improve your personality and boost your confidence, you must begin with a deep understanding of yourself, your emotions, strengths, weaknesses, values, and aspirations. This awareness empowers you to make conscious choices that align with who you truly are, rather than being influenced solely by external opinions or pressures. Developing self-awareness starts with introspection, a habit of regularly checking in with your thoughts and feelings. This can be as simple as spending a few minutes each day reflecting on your actions and reactions. Ask yourself questions like, why did I respond that way? Or what made me feel proud or uncomfortable today? By observing your inner world without judgment, you gain clarity about your personality traits and emotional triggers. This clarity helps you identify areas where you want to grow and qualities you want to nurture. Once self-awareness takes root, the next crucial step is cultivating a positive mindset. Positivity is not about ignoring life's challenges or pretending everything is perfect. Rather, it is about choosing to focus on opportunities, solutions, and personal growth, even when faced with setbacks. A positive mindset fuels confidence because it helps you see failures not as proof of inadequacy, but as valuable lessons on your journey. One effective way to nurture positivity is through affirmations and gratitude. Affirmations are positive statements you repeat to yourself to reinforce your worth and abilities. For example, telling yourself, I am capable of learning and growing every day, helps shift your mindset toward possibility. Gratitude, on the other hand, involves recognizing and appreciating the good in your life, no matter how small. Keeping a daily gratitude journal where you write down things you are thankful for rewires your brain to focus on abundance rather than lack. Positivity also shapes your interactions with others. When you approach conversations and relationships with a hopeful and kind attitude, you naturally attract positive energy. This in turn boosts your self-esteem and strengthens your personality as someone who uplifts others while remaining grounded in self-respect. Importantly, self-awareness combined with positivity creates resilience. Life will always present challenges, but a person who understands their emotions and believes in their ability to overcome obstacles remains steady and composed. This resilience is a powerful component of confidence because it allows you to navigate difficulties without losing faith in yourself. To sum up, improving your personality and confidence starts with knowing who you are at your core. Self-awareness is the lens that reveals your true self, and positivity is the fuel that propels you forward. Together, they form a powerful duo that guides your daily actions, influences your attitude, and helps you build a personality that shines with authenticity and strength. Communication is the bridge that connects your inner world to the outside world. It is not only about the words you speak, but also about how you say them, how you listen, and how your body supports your message. Improving your personality and building confidence depend heavily on mastering this art of effective communication, both verbal and nonverbal. First, let's understand the importance of verbal communication. The words you choose and the way you articulate them reveal a lot about your personality. Clear, thoughtful communication reflects self-assurance and respect for both yourself and others. When you speak with intention and confidence, people listen. This encourages positive interactions and opens doors to opportunities. To improve verbal communication, practice speaking slowly and clearly. Avoid filler words such as like, or you know, which can dilute your message. Instead, pause to gather your thoughts, which demonstrates confidence and helps you convey your ideas more effectively. But communication isn't just about words. Your body language often speaks louder than what you say. Studies show that more than half of communication is nonverbal. your posture, gestures, facial expressions, and eye contact. For instance, standing or sitting upright with your shoulders back communicates confidence even before you say a word. Maintaining eye contact shows that you are engaged and trustworthy, while a genuine smile can instantly make others feel comfortable and valued. One of the most powerful aspects of body language is that it not only influences how others perceive you, but also how you feel about yourself. When you practice confident body language, your brain receives signals that reinforce your self-belief. This phenomenon is sometimes called power posing. Adopting open, strong postures can elevate your mood and increase feelings of confidence. So by consciously choosing to present yourself with positive body language, you are in fact training your mind to feel more assured. Listening is another essential component of communication that is often overlooked. Truly listening means giving your full attention to the speaker without interrupting or planning your response while they talk. This respectful practice deepens relationships and allows you to respond thoughtfully. When people feel heard and understood, they naturally respond positively to you, enhancing your social confidence. Improving communication skills is not about becoming perfect or always having the right words. It's about authenticity and presence. When you speak and carry yourself with honesty and openness, your personality shines through naturally. This genuine self-expression attracts respect and builds trust. Moreover, good communication helps you set boundaries and express your needs clearly. This is vital for maintaining healthy relationships and self-respect, which are key pillars of a confident personality. When you can say no without guilt or ask for what you deserve, you demonstrate inner strength and clarity. In conclusion, communication and body language are powerful tools that shape how you are seen and how you feel. By practicing clear speech, confident posture, active listening, and authentic expression daily, you will see remarkable growth in your personality and confidence. These skills open pathways to meaningful connections, opportunities, and a stronger sense of self. One of the most powerful ways to build confidence and develop a strong personality is by embracing challenges rather than avoiding them. Growth rarely happens within the safe boundaries of comfort. It is in facing difficulties, uncertainties, and even failures that you discover your true strength and resilience. The habit of stepping out of your comfort zone, little by little, transforms fear into courage and hesitation into boldness. Why does facing challenges build confidence? Because every time you confront something unfamiliar or difficult, you prove to yourself that you are capable. This proof, no matter how small, accumulates and reinforces your belief in your abilities. It shifts your mindset from "I can't" to "I can try," and eventually to "I can succeed." Each challenge you overcome adds to your personal story of success and empowers you to tackle even bigger obstacles. Starting with small challenges is key. You don't need to leap into the most daunting tasks immediately. It could be as simple as speaking up in a meeting, initiating a conversation with someone new, or learning a new skill. These small acts of courage may feel uncomfortable at first, but repetition builds familiarity and confidence. Over time, what once seemed intimidating becomes manageable, and your comfort zone expands naturally. It is also important to recognize that failure or setbacks are not the opposite of confidence, but part of the process. Every successful person has faced rejection, mistakes, or criticism. What sets confident individuals apart is their ability to view failures as learning opportunities rather than permanent defeats. This perspective fosters resilience, the capacity to bounce back stronger after setbacks, and is essential for maintaining confidence in the long run. Facing challenges regularly also cultivates adaptability, a crucial trait in today's fast-changing world. When you practice handling new situations, you develop mental flexibility, problem-solving skills, and emotional strength. This adaptability not only improves your personality, but also makes you more attractive to others as someone who remains calm and composed under pressure. Moreover, courage is contagious. When you consistently demonstrate the willingness to take risks and face fears, you inspire those around you. People are naturally drawn to individuals who show bravery because it creates a sense of trust and admiration. This positive feedback further boosts your confidence and reinforces your personality's magnetic quality. To develop this habit, set daily or weekly challenges for yourself. Reflect on moments when you avoided something out of fear and plan a small step to confront it next time. Celebrate your progress no matter how small, and be kind to yourself when things don't go perfectly. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is taking action despite fear. In conclusion, confidence is not a fixed trait, it is cultivated through courage. By intentionally facing challenges and stepping out of your comfort zone regularly, you build inner strength, resilience, and a vibrant personality. Each act of bravery becomes a building block for a confident life where fear no longer limits you but fuels your growth. Improving your personality and building lasting confidence is not about sudden transformations or grand gestures. It is about the daily commitment to small, consistent actions rooted in self-awareness, positivity, effective communication, and courage. When you nurture these habits every day, you cultivate a personality that is authentic, resilient, and magnetic. Remember, confidence is not the absence of fear or failure. It is the willingness to keep moving forward despite them. Each step you take outside your comfort zone, every moment you choose kindness to yourself, and every effort you make to connect genuinely with others brings you closer to the best version of yourself. This journey of self-improvement is lifelong, but it is also deeply rewarding. With patience, persistence, and belief in your own worth, you will shine with a confidence that inspires not just yourself, but everyone around you. So start today. Embrace the power of daily habits. Be kind to yourself and face life's challenges with courage. Your personality is your unique gift to the world. Nurture it and watch how beautifully it unfolds. Consistency is one of the most underestimated tools in personal transformation. When it comes to improving your personality and confidence, people often search for one big solution or a sudden breakthrough. But real change doesn't come from a single moment of inspiration. It comes from doing the small things every single day with intention and patience. These small, repeated actions may not feel dramatic, but over time, they shape your habits, your mindset, and your presence. Imagine for a moment trying to learn a new language. If you only study once in a while, you'll forget more than you remember. But if you practice a little each day, even for just 10 minutes, your brain begins to adapt, your vocabulary expands, and your fluency builds slowly but surely. The same principle applies to building confidence and shaping your personality. Daily practice reinforces who you are becoming. Each morning you wake up is a new opportunity to reaffirm your values and your vision. Maybe it begins by writing down a few intentions for the day. Perhaps you take time to stand in front of the mirror and speak words of encouragement to yourself. These might seem like small acts, but when done consistently, they begin to shift your internal dialogue. You stop seeing yourself as someone who hopes to change and start identifying as someone who is changing. Consistency also strengthens discipline, the kind that keeps you going when motivation fades. Some days will be easier than others. There will be mornings when your energy is low or when your mind is clouded with self-doubt. But when you've developed consistent habits, you don't rely solely on how you feel. You act based on who you're becoming. That's the quiet strength behind every confident individual. Not perfection, not fearlessness, but persistence. Moreover, daily habits help build integrity between your inner self and your outer behavior. When your actions align with your goals, your self-respect grows, and self-respect is the root of healthy confidence. Whether it's practicing gratitude, reading a few pages of a meaningful book, journaling your thoughts, or showing kindness to a stranger, these small, consistent behaviors begin to sculpt your character from the inside out. It's important to understand that lasting personality development is a process. There's no finish line. There's only growth. And growth is fueled not by intensity, but by consistency. One positive act done every day is more powerful than 100 done once in a lifetime. Just as drops of water over time can shape rock, your repeated daily efforts quietly, steadily shape the person you are becoming. So never underestimate the power of showing up for yourself daily. Even when it feels insignificant, even when no one else notices, you will notice. And over time, so will the world. Self-awareness is the mirror through which we truly begin to understand ourselves. Without it, we move through life reacting rather than responding with our emotions, habits, and decisions, often controlled by external factors rather than inner clarity. But the moment we start paying attention to who we are on the inside, our thoughts, our emotional patterns, our beliefs, we open the door to meaningful growth. Self-awareness doesn't mean overthinking or judging yourself. It simply means observing your thoughts and actions with honesty and curiosity, asking yourself, why do I feel this way? What makes me act like that? What do I truly want, not just what others expect from me? Developing self-awareness brings clarity, and with clarity comes choice. You stop living on autopilot. You become mindful of your habits, your tone of voice, your triggers, your strengths, and your shortcomings. You realize that your personality is not fixed, and your confidence is not something you're either born with or without. It's something that can be nurtured through understanding and intentional action. Once you know yourself better, you can begin to guide yourself with greater compassion, making decisions that align with your values instead of trying to please others or fit into a mold. Alongside self-awareness, a positive mindset becomes your compass. Positivity is not about pretending life is perfect. It is about acknowledging challenges while still choosing hope. It is the quiet belief that no matter how things look now, something better is possible. A positive person doesn't avoid problems, they face them, knowing they have the strength to overcome. This way of thinking makes a powerful impact on your personality. You become someone who lifts others, someone who looks for solutions instead of sinking into self-pity. That's where true confidence begins, not in being loud or bold, but in being emotionally steady and rooted in optimism. Practicing positivity every day doesn't require dramatic effort. It's found in the way you talk to yourself. It's in the thoughts you entertain when you wake up in the morning. When you look in the mirror, do you criticize or encourage yourself? When something goes wrong, do you say, why me, or what can I learn from this? Positivity is not about being unrealistic. It's about training your mind to focus on progress, not perfection. Another beautiful result of combining self-awareness and positivity is emotional resilience. Life will test you, but when you know yourself well, and when you choose a mindset rooted in hope and growth, you become unshakable. You will still feel pain, disappointment, or fear, but you won't be defeated by them. You'll know how to process those feelings and still move forward with grace. In the end, your confidence blossoms not from having a perfect life, but from understanding who you are and choosing to think in a way that empowers you. The more you embrace self-awareness and positivity in your daily life, the more your personality shines with authenticity, warmth, and quiet strength. And from that place, confidence no longer needs to be forced. It simply becomes who you are. Communication is more than just the words we speak. It is the energy we give off, the tone we use, the expressions on our face, and the way we carry ourselves. Every moment you interact with someone, you're sending a message, even when you're silent. Your personality and your confidence are both communicated long before you say a word, and they are reinforced with every gesture, every glance, every pause. That's why improving the way you communicate and mastering your body language can significantly uplift both how people see you and how you see yourself. Think about someone who speaks with clarity and calmness. They don't need to shout to be heard. Their words carry weight because they're backed by composure and self-belief. This kind of communication doesn't come from rehearsing perfect sentences. It comes from inner alignment. When you speak from a place of honesty and calm confidence, people listen differently. To develop this skill, it's important to become mindful of your voice, not just the volume, but the tone and rhythm. Slowing down your speech, choosing your words thoughtfully, and making eye contact show that you value what you're saying and that others should too. Equally powerful is the message your body sends. Whether you realize it or not, your body speaks constantly. A slouched posture can signal insecurity, even if your words sound confident. A wandering gaze can make you seem distracted or unsure, even when your intentions are genuine. But when you stand tall, keep your shoulders back, and maintain steady, respectful eye contact, your presence changes. You become more grounded, more persuasive, more respected, and something amazing happens. Your brain picks up on those signals and starts to believe them. Your body tells your mind, I am confident, and your mind begins to agree. That's the beauty of body language. It doesn't just influence others, it transforms you from within. When you take control of how you present yourself physically, you slowly begin to shift how you feel emotionally. A smile, for example, doesn't just make others comfortable, it can boost your mood even on difficult days. These subtle shifts, when practiced daily, reshape your entire personality into one that radiates approachability, strength, and authenticity. Active listening is also a critical part of effective communication. Many people listen to respond, not to understand. But when you give someone your full attention, when you truly listen, you're telling them they matter. That builds trust, and trust enhances your confidence in relationships, whether personal or professional. Listening is not about staying silent, it's about being present. It's about making the other person feel seen and heard. This simple act, when practiced daily, will deepen your connections and quietly transform the way people experience your presence. Great communicators aren't the ones who speak the most. They're the ones who make others feel something when they do. So as you grow in your journey of self-improvement, pay attention not only to what you say, but how you say it and how your body supports your words. This awareness, practiced consistently, can completely reshape the way you are perceived and how confidently you carry yourself through the world. Growth does not happen in ease and familiarity. It is born in discomfort, in the unknown, and in the moments when we are willing to face what scares us. Confidence is not something you magically wake up with one morning. It's something that grows every time you step into a situation that challenges you. The more often you choose courage over comfort, the more naturally confidence begins to take root in your personality. It becomes less about pretending to be fearless and more about understanding that bravery is taking action even when fear is present. Challenges come in all shapes and sizes. For some, it's speaking in front of others. For others, it might be sharing an idea, setting a boundary, or asking for what they deserve. These situations may seem small from the outside, but internally they demand vulnerability. And vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a doorway to growth. Every time you do something that stretches you, no matter how minor, you're teaching yourself that you are capable, strong, and adaptable. That's where confidence is built, in these small yet significant acts of bravery that accumulate over time. Avoiding challenges, on the other hand, only strengthens doubt. The more you avoid what scares you, the more power fear gains over your life. But the moment you stop running from discomfort and begin to face it, you shift the balance. You take that power back, and you don't have to wait for a big moment to do this. You can build courage gradually by choosing to speak when you normally stay silent, by making eye contact instead of looking away, by asking questions when you feel uncertain. These are the daily actions that stretch your inner boundaries and expand your confidence. It's also important to shift your relationship with failure. Many people avoid challenges because they fear making mistakes. But failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the journey toward it. Every confident person you admire has failed, been rejected, and made errors. The difference is that they chose to keep going. They saw setbacks as lessons, not as permanent reflections of their worth. When you begin to view challenges as opportunities to grow instead of obstacles to avoid, your entire mindset changes. You stop waiting for the perfect moment, and instead, you start creating it. One of the most empowering things you can do for yourself is to make discomfort part of your routine. Not recklessly, but intentionally. Seek out situations that stretch your limits. Challenge yourself to speak, to share, to lead, to try. The more often you step outside your comfort zone, the more natural it becomes to trust yourself in new environments, around new people, and in unfamiliar situations. Confidence isn't loud. It's quiet, steady assurance that even if things don't go as planned, you'll be okay and even better for trying. So if you want to develop a personality that radiates strength and confidence, don't wait until you feel ready. Start facing life's small challenges now. Let courage become your daily habit, and confidence will be its reward. Self-discipline is the silent architect behind every strong personality. It is the quiet force that keeps you on track long after motivation fades. When you build discipline into your life through daily choices, repeated effort, and mental commitment, you begin to trust yourself on a deeper level. That trust becomes the foundation for lasting confidence. Confidence is not simply a result of achievements. It grows stronger each time you follow through with the promises you make to yourself. Most people assume discipline is restrictive, that it limits freedom. But in truth, self-discipline is what gives you freedom. It gives you the ability to take control of your time, your emotions, your habits, and your direction. When you don't rely on external validation to keep you going, when you learn to motivate yourself from within, you become your own leader. That's where true personal power lies. You're no longer at the mercy of mood swings, distractions, or excuses. You rise above them, not because it's easy, but because you've trained yourself to act based on commitment, not convenience. It doesn't have to start with huge life changes. In fact, it shouldn't. Real transformation begins with small acts of consistency. Waking up 5 minutes earlier, choosing to exercise for 10 minutes a day, reading a few pages of a meaningful book, preparing your day the night before. These seemingly small acts, repeated daily, build character. They give you evidence of your own ability to take charge, even when it's uncomfortable. And when you show up for yourself daily, something powerful happens. Your self-respect grows. You begin to hold your head higher, not because of what others say about you, but because you know who you are becoming. You know you are not controlled by your laziness, your fears, or your past. You begin to see yourself as someone who follows through. That internal alignment between intention and action is what makes your personality solid and trustworthy. Self-discipline also teaches emotional strength. You learn to say no to impulsive urges that sabotage your long-term growth. You resist the pull of instant gratification in favor of something more meaningful. This not only sharpens your focus, but also makes your confidence more stable. You don't just feel good in moments of success, you believe in your ability to succeed even when the path gets hard. Your personality begins to radiate quiet leadership. Others begin to feel it, even if you never talk about it. You become dependable. You gain respect, not because you're perfect, but because you're consistent. You show that growth is not about intensity, but about showing up for yourself every single day. In a world full of distractions and inconsistency, self-discipline makes you stand out, not as someone who has it all figured out, but as someone who refuses to quit on becoming better. So if you truly want to improve your personality and confidence, start by developing the discipline to do the little things, especially when you don't feel like it. Over time, those little things will become the roots of the greatness you were always meant to grow into. Your environment shapes your energy, your thoughts, and even your self-image. The people you surround yourself with, the places you spend time in, and the content you consume, all of it influences the way you think, feel, and behave. That's why curating a positive, growth-oriented environment is one of the most underrated yet powerful ways to elevate your personality and develop lasting confidence. It's not about cutting ties with the world. It's about becoming intentional about what you allow into your space and mind. Often, we underestimate how much our surroundings affect us. If you're constantly in an environment filled with negativity, complaints, gossip, or comparison, it's very difficult to stay uplifted, focused, or confident. Even if you have strong habits, you will feel drained trying to protect your energy in a space that works against your growth. But when you choose to create or seek out environments that nourish your mind and heart, spaces filled with encouragement, inspiration, and possibility, you begin to rise naturally. Your thoughts shift, your energy becomes lighter, your personality opens up. Surrounding yourself with supportive people is a great place to start. Spend time with those who challenge you to grow, who celebrate your efforts, and who speak life into your dreams. Confidence blooms in environments where you're not just tolerated, but valued, where you're encouraged to take risks, express yourself, and be seen for who you are. One kind, growth-minded friend can influence you more deeply than a dozen critics ever could. Choose your company wisely, because your company influences your confidence even in silence. But it doesn't stop at people. Your digital environment matters too. The content you watch, the pages you follow, the voices you allow into your mind, all of this either builds you or breaks you. If you're constantly feeding your mind with negativity, drama, or fear-based media, it becomes difficult to maintain clarity and self-belief. On the other hand, when you regularly consume empowering content, books, speeches, stories of resilience and growth, you nourish your inner world. That nourishment becomes strength, and that strength becomes visible in your personality. Even your physical space matters. A cluttered, chaotic environment can cause mental fog and emotional tension, but a clean, organized space, even if simple, can calm your mind and increase your focus. When your environment is intentional, you start to live intentionally. And when you live intentionally, your confidence becomes grounded. It's no longer about external achievements. It's about how aligned and peaceful you feel within. Creating a positive environment isn't always easy. It might require setting boundaries. It might mean spending less time in certain places, or even letting go of people who no longer align with your values. But it's not about judgment or rejection. It's about protection. Protecting your peace, protecting your growth, protecting your future. Your environment is either feeding your fears or fueling your faith. Choose to build a life around you that reflects who you want to become, not who you've been told you are. Because when your surroundings support your growth, your personality flourishes and your confidence becomes unshakable. In the end, becoming the best version of yourself isn't about changing who you are. It's about discovering who you've always been beneath the noise, the doubt, and the fear. Your personality is not something you are born with fully formed. It is something you refine every single day through your choices, your habits, your courage, and your mindset. And confidence is not reserved for the loudest person in the room. It belongs to those who show up for themselves daily, who fall and still rise, who speak kindly to their own reflection, even when no one is watching. Through consistency, you lay the bricks of inner strength. Through self-awareness and positivity, you unlock clarity and peace. Through communication and body language, you express your truth without needing to shout. Through courage, you learn that fear can exist without being in control. Through discipline, you earn self-respect. And through building a nurturing environment, you protect and nourish the energy that fuels your growth. Every tip you apply, every step you take, no matter how small, carries the power to transform your life from within. It doesn't require a perfect plan. It only requires presence, patience, and persistence. There is nothing more powerful than someone who knows themselves, believes in their worth, and is willing to rise each day with intention.